This is so muddy. Today I'm at Blackhouse Wood. It's a woodland in the northwest of the Malverns. It's a really nice strip of land, and then there's this walkway that runs right through it. So you've got to have eyes in the back of your head when you are in a woodland scenario. I've just spotted these trees here, and they're all in nice neat lines, and then there's a pile of wood in the middle of them. I'm going to shoot at maybe 28. And I'm going to focus on the pile of logs, and those trees will kind of give a frame to the shot. So let's see what that looks like. Probably could go further away and closer. By further away and closer, I mean further away and zoomed in a little bit. Now the only problem with this shot is the fence in the foreground. But you can Photoshop those lines out. It's a simple fix, and I don't mind doing things like that. So that sun's bright, but it's shining down this path, and it looks fantastic because it's all backlit. Now, if you zoom in on a scene like this, you'll get rid of the sky, you'll get rid of the sun, and then you'll have a nice backlit track through the woods. It'd look even better if someone was walking along that track. If you're on a busy track, sometimes you can sit and wait, but I've been up here for about an hour, and there's literally no one here. Is this ever going to get any less muddy? Oh. So this might be a bad idea, but I'm going to have a look down here anyway. Now that tree I spotted up there, it's standing on its own. The trees have been cleared around it. Thought it just looked quite interesting. The sunlight is catching it as well. So that was a good shot. Well, don't know if it's a good shot, but I liked it. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I'm a stickler for low down shots. I love getting down and low with my camera and getting that frog's eye viewpoint. It's just something different, and it's a little bit more unique than just shooting from eye level. I'm lining this plant up with the track running off into the distance. I'm shooting with f2.8, so that background goes out of focus. I might bracket the shots as well, even though I'm shooting handheld at the shutter speeds that I'm shooting at, which is 1/60th of a second. If you stay still enough, you can blend those, and I can blend the sky in the distance. Hopefully, if I got the exposure right. One of those will do. There's one thing with woodland photography. It takes a while to get into and takes a while to start seeing photographs, but once you start seeing things, photos really jump out at you. Just through this slight opening, there are some really tall, straight trees, and the light is catching one of them in the middle. So if I zoom right in on that, I'm shooting in aperture priority, and I'm 2 stops under. So I've got my exposure compensation set to -2. I'm going to focus on this one in the middle. And I really like that. It really stands out from everything around it. The light catching it looks fantastic. Now, as well as capturing what you might think are good photographs, sometimes you're in a woodland and it just looks too chaotic. There's a tree over there, so it's the big one in the distance that stood on its own. It's just surrounded by a lot of rubbish. Now, as a photograph, it looks okay, but that tree doesn't stand out. And there's a lot around it that kind of mess it up. A little bit of fog might help, or a bit of atmosphere might make it stand out a bit more, but it just blends into the background. And that's why it's really hard to get good photographs in a woodland like this. This is turning into an absolute quagmire. But I suppose that's a UK for you in the middle of winter. There is so little to photograph. It's all just a bit of a mess. Like, these silver birch are really nice, but none of them really stand out. So I might try and zoom in on one. And then the other way, it's the same. It's just absolute chaos. And this is what you've got to get around in woodland photography. It's finding order in chaos. Now, sometimes you can be wandering in the woods for ages and not find a single thing to photograph. I'm struggling at the moment, but we do have this patch of what I think are silver birch. If I'm wrong, and you know what they are, let me know in the comments below. But these silver looking trees look quite interesting, but there's loads of these kind of young saplings that are just growing up in between them and just causing a bit of mess. But I'm going to try and see if I can spot one that stands out a little bit. Need to get my settings right first, because at 1/15th of a second at 200, that's not going to work. Now that might work on a super wide angle lens. So I'm going to switch over the 28 to 200 with the 17 to 28, see if I can get a shot. Now, not sure if that works. It's a super wide angle at 17mm. We've got the prominent tree in the middle with the light catching it, and everything else is quite dark around it. So that main trunk really stands out. But I don't know. I have to have a look at it on Lightroom, see how it stands out on that. But I think it looks all right. Whenever you're shooting super wide angles, you've got a lot of sky and everything's backlit. The sun tends to creep into your frame, and then that part of the sky becomes really overexposed. I'll show you what I mean. I'll take a shot this way. The sky is super overexposed on that. Shooting this way, on the other hand, looks pretty cool. So when you tip the camera back and up, everything looks really big and ominous, and you can really exaggerate it with a super wide angle lens. Right, I'm just going to swap them back. One other thing to look for is puddles. Whenever you find these, get down low and close. Make sure you keep hold of your camera firmly. And what I've found is the closer you get to the water, the more emphasized you can make that reflection. Now, how are you getting on with your woodland photography? I know it's a tricky genre, but it's great when you do get some really nice shots. And if you find yourself walking for hours, that doesn't matter either. Just go out and shoot, take some photographs, don't worry too much about how they look, and you will start to get some really nice ones.